Hello friends, I hope everybody's doing good. Okay, so in the previous video, when we did the hood mount failure on the 73 Gravely C8, what I did was this threaded rod here was in between the bracket and the front part of the battery tray. And what I did was I took the battery off and I cleaned the tray real good and the side of the tray under there, and then we JB welded the rod on there, and it worked out pretty good. It's still holding up pretty good. I was complaining about this tractor. It was vibrating like crazy, and I was hoping it wasn't the bottom end of the engine or anything like that. And the first thing I wanted to check out was this timing with this Fairbanks Morse magneto that I really don't have any. Well, I know enough to set the timing by bringing the piston up to top dead center, and I think you drop it like 5/16 of an inch, and then just line up the line where the white go. I know right where to mark it. I know how to set the timing on that, and I was thinking that I would start with that and see if the timing was off, causing a vibration. So off camera, before I did that, I said to myself, well, let me check the carburetor adjustment on it. So what happened was it was running too lean, causing a vibration. So what I had to do was I had to turn out the high-speed jet about half a turn, maybe almost 3/4 of a turn, and it smoothed right out. Oh, was I happy about that, because I was thinking bottom end and this and that. So before I had to do any other process of elimination, it was the carburetor adjustment. So I adjusted it and I started up for you, and you can see how much smoother it is now. And then we'll discuss the fuel systems on small engines. It's a huge difference. They're always going to vibrate a little bit here and there, but all right, let me get set up. I have a few fuel filters, but first, look, how you doing? First, let me explain one thing to you. Hold on, please. Okay, so I'm sorry for the interruption there. Okay, so these fuel taps I buy from Richard's Lawn and Garden. He's over in West Virginia. He has all the Gravely parts that you would that you need or you would want. Okay, so he sells these fuel shut-off taps here, and what it is they screw into the gas tank here, and it has a screen on it. Okay, so all well and good. It keeps the rust and the dirt from going down into the fuel line, into the carburetor. But the only thing I don't like is that the dirt and the rust in the tank just stays in there, you know. So what I do with them is I take the when I buy these fuel shut-offs, I just take and I rip the screen off, and what I do is to make things move along quicker, I just put these quick shut-off fuel shut-offs in line here, and what I do is I add a inline fuel filter here. Okay, so I have these I have this filter that I wanted to buy, the inline filter. I wanted to buy it down at Home Depot, which I bought one, and it was for John Deere inline fuel filter. I don't know if it's because it said John Deere on the package or what. It was $14, so I bought it. And then they had a cheaper one that was $10. I don't know if it was an Arnold brand. I don't know what brand it was, but they were out of those. But the next time I went to Home Depot, I returned that $14 one. So we've been going through some stuff here with these filters. Not being able to buy them. I mean, the cheapest ones I saw were up at Walmart, and they were like $6, and I think they're Arnold brand, and they're always out of them. They were always out of them. Then I tried Tractor Supply. Their filters range from 10 to 15 bucks too. No bargain there either. So what I did was I ordered a 10-pack of inline fuel filters from Amazon. They had, let's say, it was $7 for 10, and then I saw them $10 for 10 filters. So I went with the $10 for 10 filters, and I bought them. I've seen a different I've seen different opinions on how to run these filters. I guess it was too much trouble for them to put an arrow on it for the flow. I'll show you how I did it. We'll go over to the table and I'll show you how I ran it. Another thing you want to make sure is these are gravity fed. Even though it's a gravity fed fuel system here, you should always use clamps, unlike I do. I never had a problem with them leaking, but even especially if you have a fuel pump, always use clamps, hose clamps where it meets at the fuel filter to shut off and into the fuel tap here. Here, let's take a walk over here now. Okay, so I bought these. If you notice, there's a I guess it's a metal plate in there. So I ran the filter to where from the tank into here, and then from here into the carburetor. Then I heard other guys, oh no, run it this way. The other filters I was using, I was running them this way. Never had any problem. But with these, I figured that the element goes all the way up to the top here, and it'll catch the rust in there better. And I guess this metal plate in here stops the rust. I'm not really sure. So I changed out this tractor here that I restored. But before I restored it, I was plowing with this tractor. I think I prepared it about 3 years ago. I mean, ever since the pandemic went on, prices went up, they were out of this and that and all that. This should have had 3 fuel filters on it by now, you know, and I was just running it with the one. So after I bought the filters, I changed this one out. There was rust in the filter. Like, this tractor the filter should have been changed about 3 times by now. After about 3 times after I get these tractors, the rust, after the third fuel filter, you don't see any rust in the fuel filter anymore. I mean, I shook the tank out and got the rust out and flushed it out and this and that. As a matter of fact, on this tank here, I had a JB weld under where the straps are here because it had fuel leak. But the inside of the tank looked a little rusty, but not like the end of the world rusty. So I was able to fix that. And I think I did that with the 69 Li that's on my YouTube logo and my stickers. And since we did the engine work and all the other work on this, I didn't run it that long, but it still had rust in the fuel filter. So I put one of those fuel filters that I bought. I mean, they're $1 a piece when you think about it. I have Amazon Prime. It's like a trial thing, but it was still good. So I paid $10 and change plus tax. It was $11 and change, and it was free delivery, next day delivery. I got them the next day after I ordered them, so that was pretty cool. All right, so we got the vibration out of this. We'll see how it does plowing. That's what we could do now with it. We did take it out in the field once before we even adjusted the carburetor. It was still shaking and all that. And I was wondering why. Maybe it was knocking the PTO, because it was knocking the PTO out of gear all the time. That's when we put this on here. But I don't know if it just needs... Yeah, I think the PTO shipper shaft is probably no good on this. This one has a governor on it. I don't like plowing with the governor on it. But I'll tell you what though, if you're going to snow blow with the snowblower attachment on here, the governor's great to have. But I like to have the control of the throttle when I'm plowing. because I kind of plow fast, you know. I try to get the job done fast without blowing the engine up, of course. So I got this tractor ready for a backup here. And also, I checked the hubs. Remember we had the problem with the axle nut came loose on the 57. So I made sure I checked all the hub nuts. They're tight. They were tight on this, and they were tight on this one too here. So let's discuss some fuel filters now. For one thing, you always want to make sure your fuel lines are in good condition if you buy a lawnmower. A lot of times they get hard. They get like a steel line. They get petrified, and then you can see the cracks in them. And sometimes the fuel line will start coming apart inside, and those particles go right into the carburetor. Like Briggs & Stratton, Tecumseh, and so on. Nobody ever does it, but you could put these inline filters in, and you have room to put these in. And I took one apart once. I split it in half. All there is a screen in there, so it doesn't matter which way you put these. You know, you can put them either way. Leave me a comment on if I'm running these the right way, or let me know what you think about that. About these fuel filters here that we're using on the Graveleys. Also, your small long tractors, take these filters also. Always put your shut off. This is a brand new shut off that I'll put with the filters. Always put your shut off between the tank and the filter. This way, you can shut the fuel off. If you want to be really neat about it, shut the fuel off, run the machine till it just runs out of gas, and then it makes it a lot neater to change out your fuel filter, and if you have to service the carburetor too. So always put this. I must have been in a hurry when I did the 73 C8, because I had the shut off after the fuel filter. Luckily there wasn't much gas in it when I changed the fuel filter, so I just ran it till I ran out of gas. Anyway, these are the fuel shut-offs that I buy for the Graveleys, and under this cardboard here is the screen. So if I need to use this, I would just rip the screen off it and put an inline fuel filter in. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about here today. My friend came through with the battery that I needed, so I just fabricated the second battery hold down for those who follow me, and I just mounted it back up on here. This one I had to use a block of wood. This battery was out of a Honda also. It seems to be holding the charge pretty good, but I'm just letting the charger run a little more. And I'm just going to put this away for now. I don't think we have to go out in the field and cut anymore. I'm not really sure. I think that's about it. So the only time we'll be able to test this one out is when it snows. We'll test it out and make sure everything's all right. You saw, if you follow my videos, you saw that I took off the wear bar off another plow. We upgraded the bolts, and we took care of that. This is the sulky we'll be using on the tractor. This one here, the seat sits up too high on like the 57, but I don't know. I think the handlebars are higher on this. I want to paint this orange. I'm going to see if I have any orange paint today, because I had everything painted red for when I had the 61 Graveley. My father's Graveley is red also, but now we got orange Graveleys here to plow with. So I was thinking about painting this. I'll see if I have a can. It's towards the end of October now, and the weather's nice for a change. We're not supposed to get any more rain for 4 or 5 days, and we got like 70s. What I did so far, though, I did grease the bearings here. It's got a Zark fitting in each wheel here. I greased them. They took grease good. So the sulky's ready for action so far. If there's anything else I could think of, I'll come back to you. But I hope this video helps somebody out someday. Oh, one more thing. Hondas and Kohler, anything that's powered with a Honda or Kohler engine, sometimes they have the fuel filter would be, you would take the line off at the fuel tank, and there'll be a filter in there. Somebody just commented me, he had a Honda. He said it would run for 2 minutes and die. He was watching one of my mower videos, and then I just pointed out to him, I commented him back that about that filter, and he goes, oh, thank you very much. And then I told him also, make sure that the gas cap was venting right. You want to make sure of that too. I think I pretty much covered everything. And like I said, I hope this helps somebody out. And thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all on the next one. So I forgot to mention before, I don't remember if I adjusted the carburetor after we did the engine work on this. We put 30 over piston and rings in it. We did a valve job to it and everything. But maybe I adjusted the carburetor, but adjusted it wrong. Because like I said before, I had to turn the high-speed mixture out probably almost the whole turn. About 3/4 of a turn, I would say. And then the tractor smoothed right out. Alright, so let me show you the 67 L8. I did decide to paint the sulky on it because it was a really nice day. So I went ahead and did that today. I didn't do anything with the wheels, and I didn't paint the seat black or anything like that. I just painted the frame of it. And I don't know if some of you just started to join me. I'll just show you what I did. The first year that I built this tractor, I went plowing with it 1 year, and then the year after that is when I completely disassembled the whole tractor and restored it. The silver paint's still sticking on the jug here, but didn't stick on the muffler too well. And I painted the whole transmission on it. Paint got chipped off of the tow bar here, but I gotta touch that up, I guess. But we took the whole thing apart, sanded everything down to the bare metal, primed it and painted it this orange. And the paint's not exactly dry all the way, and I just put my hand on here, but it's okay, it's good enough. Yeah, it came out nice. Like I said, the two tractor, the one with the orange hood, the C8, and then we have the L8 here, or orange, so I figure I paint the sulky orange. I do have another sulky like this. You know, it's not a steering sulky, and that's red, so I have to take that out in the spring and see what's going on. I think it has a leak in the left tire, so we'll have to adjust that. But for now, everything's a go for snow plowing. Everything's ready. What are you doing, Pablo? You getting ready for Halloween? Huh? You already got your costume on, right? Yeah, you're a good boy. He's a good cat. Haven't had one mouse around here ever since he came along. I usually throw mothballs in here. It keeps the mice out. I just take a handful and just wing them back there, and that keeps the mice out of here. But with him around, I haven't had any mice. So yeah, he's been with me for about a year. October 15th was a year. And yeah, and that's it. I guess that's all. We'll see how the C8 does this winter. Maybe that'll deserve a restoration too, but we'll see what happens with it. I'm so glad that vibration's gone though, but I guess that's it. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.